something out of his family. And today we have our masks on, our Darth Vader, to talk to you about sleep apnea. Now, sleep apnea is something that is not always recognised for what it is, but it can have a serious impact on your health. So basically, sleep apnea is...
Sleep apnea is basically when you stop breathing during the night while you're sleeping, or go into shallow breathing, causing your oxygen levels to drop and for you to wake up, sometimes, usually without even realising that you have.
This condition can also have side effects of drowsiness in the morning, tiredness during the day, difficulty concentrating, headaches, issues with your appetite, issues with all sorts of other systems
depression
in your body working properly, and it's really important to address if you do have these kinds of issues, because if it's really, really serious and you stop breathing for long enough, you can end up with serious brain damage and even death.
And even if you're on the milder spectrum, because the symptoms are so broad, it's easy to get misdiagnosed. For example, there's been studies where people who are diagnosed with depression have been put on antidepressants and it hasn't done anything for them, but when they were given assistance for sleep apnea, it improved.
So Emily and I both have a different type of breathing machine to assist us with our various levels of sleep apnea. Mine is because of my muscular condition, muscular dystrophy, which has affected the strength of my chest muscles, my airways, and my throat muscles, so I don't breathe very well, very deeply, or very evenly when I'm asleep, which has created all kinds of issues. And I've been using supported breathing machines since I was about 10 years old, so I had quite a long experience with that, whereas with Emily, it's very new though.
3 days ago, I think, so I'm still very much getting used to it, and it hasn't really done me any good yet because I'm still adjusting to the fact that I'm sleeping with something on my face and continually wake up in a panic and turn it off. Mine's basically kind of mild to moderate and mostly happens during REM sleep. So although my body has been recovering fine at night, my brain hasn't had any chance to, so I'm often fatigued or unable to concentrate.
With sleeping, there are different stages, like Emily said, there's REM sleep or REM sleep, which is kind of the dream stage of your sleep when your brain gets into its most relaxed state and can kind of process and file away all the information that it's been dealing with during the day. And then there are other stages of the sleep where your body gets to relax and kind of goes backwards and forwards between different stages of sleep in cycles. But if you have apnea or some other sleep difficulty, it can be very disruptive to those different stages of sleep and the way your body and mind shifts through them, which is why you can end up with those symptoms that we talked about earlier.
Sleep apnea in REM stages of sleep is quite common because it's generally when your body goes into a kind of paralysis and everything will relax to its max. So one of the most common causes of sleep apnea, and although they couldn't exactly tell with me, it's the most likely cause, is that the muscles at the back of my throat relax too much, and so my tongue drops back and becomes an obstruction, which stops me from breathing.
Even though, as I said, we both have different levels of apnea, and we both actually have different machines. So Emily's machine is called CPAP or CPAP, which is a type of machine that creates a continuous flow of air to help hold the airways open and hold the throat open, which will help prevent the obstructions in the apnea phases.
So basically with mine, I had to have They put it on an adjustable pressure for the first night, which meant it adjusted as I needed it, so the pressure increased if there was an obstruction, and the machine recorded all of that, and then the next day they looked at that data to find the best constant pressure to put it on for me.
My machine is called a VPAP or VPAP, which is variable positive air pressure. Basically, it's like a little mini computer. It does the same kind of thing as Emily's, but it varies the air pressure depending on whether I'm inhaling or exhaling, which means that when I exhale, it will drop down in pressure, which makes it easier for me to blow out the air, and increases as I breathe in, help me get enough new fresh air into my lungs and keep my oxygen levels up. It records all kinds of things like the average hours of sleep, the types of cycles of sleep I'm going through, and various other things, which is a new development in the technology, which has been amazing. Previously I used a different machine called the BiPAP, which did the same basic functions with having a high and low air pressure based on breathing in and breathing out, but didn't have the monitoring and adjustable systems within the machine that could help to manage my condition and my situation as needed. So there was a lot less ability to kind of monitor it on the go, whereas now my specialists can tap into the machine, look at some of the data and help to decide if changes need to be made without significant extra testing and appointments and all the other things that previously used to happen.
Because it's, for many people, is one of those kind of hidden illnesses that you can't see on the outside, and as I said before, it's really easy to be misdiagnosed because the symptoms are so broad, and it's estimated by a lot of people that around 80% of cases of sleep apnea go undiagnosed, because some of them, like mine, I've been living with it for I don't even know how long, but probably around 2 years or more, and you can get by fine, but your life could potentially be a lot easier with some assistance. So if you do recognise like any of those symptoms, or you feel like the treatment that you're getting for them isn't doing anything, maybe go and talk to your doctor about sleep apnea, and they can refer you to a hospital to do an overnight sleep study, where basically they just hook you up with a lot of buttons and pressure points and what are they called? Monitors and things, and they'll monitor how your sleep goes overnight, or they might just give you a machine to go and do an overnight study at home.
If you want to see a bit more information about what sleep studies can be like, I have done a video about one of my previous sleep study appointments, so you can see kind of some of the types of monitoring systems and things. It's intensive, but really not as intimidating as it sounds, and it's definitely worthwhile looking into if this is something you're concerned about. As for any health issue, it's always important to talk to people in the know, whether it's doctors, specialists, or other healthcare workers. It's always a good idea to try and deal with things. Don't miss it, because we've only got one life, and life is always better when we're as healthy as it can be. So until next time, everyone, stay safe, keep smiling, and see you next time. Oh, and by the way, as of last week, I've just reached 100 subscribers, so yay!
Woo!
Thank you to all of the subscribers who've been part of getting me this far, and I hope the family continues to grow, and I hope that these videos I make can continue to be of use and happiness to all of those people who watch.